on the scene and 16 others injured. We have together with us DILG Secretary Benjamin Benhur Abalos and DOJ Undersecretary Nicholas T. to give updates on the cases filed and the next steps to be undertaken. After their statements, we will accommodate a few questions from the media. Secretary Benhur, you have the floor, sir.
Maraming salamat, Miko. Of course, kay Undersecretary Nicholas Felix, sa ating mga kasama sa media, sa ating mga kababayan, magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Unang-una, ako'y nagpapasalamat at nakasama namin kayo ngayong umaga. At gusto lang namin i-reiterate na talagang masama po ang nangyari isang araw sa pagkakapaslang po sa ating Governor Degamo at mga nadamay na mga biktima rito. At pinangako po ng ating mahal na kamukha po ng pinangako ng ating Pangulo ay umaksyon po kaagad ang Philippine National Police kasama po ang military dito. At dahil po rito ay nakahuli kaagad, no? At sa araw na ito, as of March 6, sinampaham na po ng kasong multiple murder sa Provincial Prosecutor's Office ng Dumaguete City, Negros ang 3 sa mga suspects sa pagpatay kay Governor Degamo at 8 pang mga nadamay na sibilyan. Actually, bukod sa nadamay na namatay na 8 sibilyan, may 16 po ang sugatan na nadamay rin. Ang mga nasampahan po ng kaso ay 3. Unang-una, ang pangalan nito ay si Joven Javier. Siya ay 42 years old na taga Negros Occidental. Isang Army Ranger at siya po ay dinimanda na multiple murder with the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor ng Dumaguete and violation of Republic Act 9516. No? Ito po ang Act Further Amending Provisions of PD 1886. Illegal, unlawful possession, manufacture, dealing in, acquisition, or disposition of firearms, ammunition, of explosives, or instruments used in the manufacture of firearms, ammunition, or explosive with the Office of the Prosecutor of Bayawan City. Ang pangalawa ay si Benji Rodriguez, 45 years old, may asawa, tiga-Misamis po siya. Siya ay sinampahan ng kasong violation of Republic Act 9516, no? And of course, ng multiple murder with the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor ng Dumaguete City. Ang pangatlo ay si Joric Labrador, 50 years old, from Cagayan de Oro. Siya ay kinasuhan ng multiple murder dito po sa opisina ng Provincial Prosecutor ng Dumaguete. And of course, violation ng RA 10591. No? Ang 3 suspect ay naaresto ng pagsasamang puwersa ng kapulisan at ng mga military noong hapon ng Sabado noong March 4 sa barangay Kansumalig, Bayawan City, Negros Occidental. No? Kasama po rito sa kanila ay mga may nahuling mga barel, no? At ibang mga bagay pa. At dahil dito, pinasasalamatan ko po ang magkasanib na puwersa ng Philippine National Police at ng Armed Forces of the Philippines, no? Sa kanilang mabilis at na aksyon para mahuli kagad ang mga suspects. No? Nagpapasalamat din tayo sa ating mga kasamahan sa Department of Justice sa pag-agarang pagproseso ng mga nahuling suspect. Patuloy po ang hot pursuit pa rin, operation na iba pang mga sangkot sa krimen ng grupo. Pong ito, no? So muli, inuulit ko po na tigil hanggat makamit po natin ang hustisya para sa mga biktima. Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, Secretary Benher Abalos. And now we give the floor to Undersecretary Nicholas T.
Thank you, Asik Miko. Thank you, Secretary Abalos. Good morning to everyone. The Department of Justice extends its grief and condolences to the innocent victims of this case and their families. We assure the public and the families of the victims that the Department of Justice, together with the Office of House Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, the Department of the Interior and Local Government, the Office of Presidential Assistant for Visayas, and the Philippine National Police, we have been tirelessly working towards getting to the bottom of this incident and ensuring that justice is served. As of today, the DOJ has taken cognizance of 2 cases involving the incident. The first was filed in the Office of the City Prosecutor of Bayawan and involves violation of RA 10591, or the Comprehensive Firearms and Ammunition Regulation Act, and Presidential Decree number 1866, as amended by Republic Act 9516, for illegal possession of firearms and explosives. This case has resulted in the filing of informations against 3 of the respondents who were apprehended the other day. For the death and injuries that took place in Pamplona, inquest is pending before the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor of Negros Oriental. We will provide updates on this other case as soon as we receive more information. Future cases are likely to be filed in relation to this case, and the Department of Justice Central Office here in Padre Fara intends to take cognizance of these future cases. In line with our efforts to prevent further injustice to the innocent victims and their families and for their protection, 2 witnesses to the case have already been referred to the Witness Protection Program. Moreover, we are working closely with the PNP and the DILG for the transfer of the respondents who are currently detained to the NCR for protective custody. The DOJ is ready to take on this case for further investigation, and we assure the public that we will live up to this task. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you, Undersecretary Nicholas T. The floor is open for questions from media. Yes?
Good morning po, Salima Refran of GMA 7. Sirs, meron na po ba tayong natutukoy o natutumbok na mastermind sa likod po nitong pagpatay kay Governor Degamo? At ano po yung nakikita na natin na motibo?
Sarina, ongoing pa rin ang ating investigation dito, no? Inaalam natin lahat ng anggulo. Pero ina-assure namin, mahuhuli talaga natin itong mastermind na ito. Importante, no?
Sir, motive, meron na po ba tayong nakikita? I understand may 2 pong nasa under witness protection program. May sinabi na po ba sila at the very least?
Well, mahirap mo na i-divulge dahil ongoing ang ating investigation. But one thing is for certain, nakita naman siguro ng ating mga mamamayan, talagang napakabilis na mga aksyon na ginawa. No? Sinarado ang mga exits going through and out of that area. Tapos talagang hinuli talaga kaagad ito mga ano. Undergoing investigation pa sa ngayon, kaya sana maunawaan ninyo kung hindi muna kami mabibigay ng komento ukol dito.
Before the next question, may I remind everyone to keep their phones on silent so that we're not distracted. Next question, please. None other?
Pasensya na po kung medyo makulit. May political angle po bang tinitingnan?
Ang masasabi ko lang, kamukha nung kanina masela nito, lahat ng anggulo ay tinitignan. Thank you po.
Hi sir, Marlene Alcaide po from TV5. Sir, yung sa manhunt operation lang po, pwede po magbigay ng update. Ngayon po, 3 na po yung nasa authorities. Tama po ba?
Well, actually, no, ang 5 eh. Yung isa namatay, no? Dahil nakipagbarilan daw. So yung 4 ngayon ang under custody. Merong isa pero walang kinalaman dito sa Degamo case.
Sir, ilan pa po yung pinaghahanap natin?
Well, initially, lumalabas kahapon as what was stated by the police dito nung nagkaroon kami ng press con sa Dumaguete. Ang nakikita sa CTV ay, ito'y hindi sigurado, approximately, yung mismong nasa lugar mismo ng bumarel, approximately, more or less, mga 10, no? More or less. So, hindi pa rin natin alam ang definite number, but what is important yung nahabol at yung tracks ng mga ito, no? Yun ang importante. Ito namin magpasalamat sa mga tao na Negros sa pagtulong. Ang laking bagay yung mga tips na sinasabi nila. Kaya kung ano pa ho ang pwedeng maibigay niyo mga impormasyon, malaking tulong po ito sa investigasyon.
Sir, good afternoon. Lawrence Tanhoco, Radyo Pilipinas. Sir, yung mga pabuya, for example, sa DOJ, meron silang 5 million. Meron pa bang nagbigay ng pabuya para po sa makapagtuturo? And kamusta yung effect nito doon sa paghahanap nyo po doon sa mga suspect?
Well, I'm sure makakatulong ng husto ang pabuya, no? But I'm not aware ng kung ano pang meron pang magbibigay na pabuya. In some other instances, malaking bagay ito dahil alam niyo yung mga kasangkot dito, unang-una, ako'y nananawagan sa inyo, nahuli na yung mga kasama ninyo. Kung gagaang ito, no? Yun ang panawagan ko naman sa mga sumama rito. Sumuko na kayo. Thank you.
Yusek, good morning. Mikael Flores, Agence France Press. Yusek, pa-clarify lang, what charges have been filed in relation to the murder of Governor Degamo, and who are the respondents so far, and what other charges are being considered following the assassination?
Okay, 2 sets of cases have been, well, 2 sets are pending. One is before the Office of the City Prosecutor of Bayawan, and this was more for possession of explosives and illegal possession of firearms. This case was filed in Bayawan because the key elements to that particular offense took place in Bayawan. On the other hand, the pending case for the killings and the injuries to the various victims in the incident last Saturday, which took place in Pamplona, is currently pending before the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor of Negros Oriental.
Sir, when you mean pending with the Office of the Provincial Prosecutor, it hasn't been filed in court yet?
No, it's pending inquest.
Pending inquest.
Because the same 3 respondents who were apprehended last Sunday and have undergone inquest in Bayawan are currently undergoing inquest in Provincial Prosecutor of Negros Oriental. So we anticipate that an inquest resolution will be released within the day, and media will be updated on the contents of this resolution.
And do you expect the charges to be filed today as well, before the RTC?
Usually naman, when an inquest resolution comes out, may kasabay nito yung information, and this will be filed.
Thank you.
Sir, Lawrence Pulet, Radyo Pilipinas, kay Secretary Abalos. Sir, sunod-sunod yung mga nangyaring ambush dito sa ating mga local officials. Ano po ang gagawin ng DILG hinggil po dito?
Well, yung ambush, no, isa-isahin na lang muna natin dito, no. First of all, kay Governor Bombit Adjong, if I'm not mistaken, cases have already been filed, no. Sumunod yung kay Otawal na nangyari dito sa Pasig, which is sa Pasay, which is undergoing investigation. At yung pinakahuli, ito nga, kay Governor Degamo, na talagang nahuli kaagad. Ginawa ng paraan mahuli talaga lahat ng sanib puwersa ng military, ng pulis, no? At ito nga, nakapag-file tayo kaagad ng kaso. According to the PNP, if the records will be compared to last year, murder cases are lower this year than last year. It so happens that these are very high-profile cases, no? Ang ginawa ngayon ng PNP as directed is number one, talagang maximum police visibility. Kailangan lahat ng mobile cars nasa kalye, bawat kanto, no? Mga police nasa labas ng kalye, no? Very visible. Probably it's one of the reasons why na mabilis ang action dito dahil because of this high police visibility, nagkaroon maaga kagad yung dragnet na nasarado kaagad, no? Because of this previous order for high visibility. Number two is the drive against illegal and loose firearms. Kasi basta walang baril yan, hindi makakagalaw yan. That's very, very important. Number three is, ito nga sabi ni Speaker, nung nag-meeting kami nila Speaker, is to, tsaka nila Chief, is to review laws, especially those pertaining to vehicles, sale of vehicles. Kasi always ginagamit ang mga kotse, no? Kuminsan kasi, hindi kagad natatransfer at pag-imbestigan mo, nailipat na raw ito, dito, naibenta niya na raw, etc. Siguro it should be reviewed para maituro kagad kung sino talaga responsable ukol dito. Pang-apat is of course the good old police work of intelligence. Intelligence is very, very important, no? Panlima, as nakita natin, sanib puwersa ng military at ng police in selected areas. Why? Because the military have their own intelligence, also the police. Pero kung magsasama yung dalawa, lalo na sa mga lugar na medyo sensitive at critical, and by the way, we have this group, it's called DPAGs, it's Disbandment Against Public Army Group. It is composed of the DILG, the DND, Department of National Defense, the PNP, no, and of course other intelligence offices. Very powerful group. Ito na yung halos gumalaw din dito, itong DPAGs na ito, no. So yung ang hinihingi namin, if it's possible, baka pwedeng hindi lamang sa Mindanao ito, it could be in the whole country para matuntun naman namin itong mga criminal gangs, itong mga klaseng mga gangs na ito, no. Wala pa man ito, matuntun kagad at mabuwag kagad, no? So these are just of the things na talagang in place na ginagawa ngayon. And of course, the last will be placing the right people for the right position. Reshuffling is very important right now. Thank you.
Sec Penhar, just a clarification. You mentioned earlier that all angles of possible motives are being considered. What are those motives that are under investigation or being considered?
Well, maraming anggulo yan eh, di ba? Baka sabihin mo, may nakaaway nung araw, o kung saan, o politika, no? Lahat naman ito pinag-aaralan maigi, no? Pasensya na po kayo, pero mahirap mag-komento eh, no? Talagang, one thing is for certain is that maganda ang progreso. That's what I can tell you. Maganda ang progreso ng investigasyon ngayon. May nahuli tayo, maganda investigasyon, at may baka mga mahuli pa ito, matutuntun din natin ang mastermind nito. Okay?
Secretary, based on what you know so far, how high up is the political motive among the list of the motives that are being considered?
Okay. Basta medyo sensitive lang ito. I do not want to comment on that. Kamukha ng sinabi ko. We are addressing this issue. All of the angles are being considered here. No? Lahat tayo may iniisip tungkol dito. But what is important at the end of the day is that will this evidence stand in court? Importante maparusahan ito. Importante makulong ito. Yun ang importante po rito at yun ang ginagawa natin dito. Thank you.
Sec Salima again of GMA. Sec, yung mga suspects, yung mga perpetrators po nung mga recent na ambush na ginawa. Mostly po uniformed personnel, former uniformed personnel. Paano po ba natin maiiwasan o masusugpo ito pong bahaging ito? And these are people na trinain ng Estado tapos gagamitin against people na part of the state.
Well, tama ka sa lima, no? Ito lang nangyaring ito. Nakikita natin that they were former members of the Philippine Army. No? Siguro, what is important right now is to have a list of everyone here. No? Tignan din ito. No? Hindi natin maiiwasan nangyayari ito eh. Anyone could be in this profession. Pero right now, with what is happening here, posibleng pag-usapan ito ng mga opisyales at magkaroon ng list tungkol dito. Thank you. But at the end of the day, let me emphasize this. Intelligence is very, very important. All informations are very, very important. No? Ganong kahalaga po ito.
Last two questions, if any. Wala na po. Going once, going twice. Okay, thank you very much, everyone, for participating in today's press conference. We will update the media of any updates or developments in this case. Maraming po salamat. Magandang araw po sa ating lahat.
Thank you.